Hello everyone. Welcome to our TV show, Truly Tasteless. I'm Sam.
I'm Dash. And today,
We're going to be going over a number of things today. We have trivia or summary execution. The peasant Gort will be giving us some tips on sword combat. What else?
I think we had something to do with we were going to interview some gentleman who was pretty involved in this last election, I think. Well, it depends on how he does on trivia or summary execution, of course. But if he makes it through, I think we'll have a chat with him.
I wonder if we're allowed to summarily execute him now that he's a political figure. But they did that to JFK and it was fine.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't been confirmed yet, really, so If the victim hasn't been confirmed by the Senate or anything, whether or not they were even nominated, I think you're just legally allowed to kill them.
Okay.
Well, it's only members of the presidential cabinet who you can be charged for murder for.
That's good.
That's my understanding. I noticed the shirt you're wearing. I'm not.
Yeah, dude. Eagles 23, baby.
I'm not the
Eagles
biggest
23.
football guy. I'm more into baseball myself. But if I'm not mistaken, wasn't that the one that Taylor's boyfriend ended up winning?
No.
The red team?
No. Just no. You've got it mixed up.
I feel like I would have heard if the entire city of Philly had been set on fire in joy as opposed to rage.
You got it mixed up. It was set on fire to joy, not rage. They won the Super Bowl in 2023 against the Chiefs. Travis Kelce lost. Taylor Swift lost. And they will be forgotten.
I didn't realize she was on the roster. What's her position? I bet she could kill it as a running back, man.
She'd kill as a wide receiver. So.
Okay. Well, I haven't seen Eagles merch in a store in like 4 years, and I saw a lot of Chiefs merch.
You're going to the wrong stores. Because the Eagles won the Super Bowl. Oh, you know what time it is? It's time for a joke.
Oh, time for a joke.
There's two birds. They're flying. They're migrating for their great migration. And the weather's nice. So one of the birds, Hawk 1, turns to Hawk 2.
Truly Tasteless on TV. Unfortunately, as you may be able to see, we had to shoot the white out of Sam after that joke he cracked. But yeah, hopefully now this will be the end of the Hawk Tua related memes. Now that he has had the
reformed.
Yeah, reformed. Had the Caucasianality removed from him via bullet hole. I didn't even know that was possible. Actually, it was.
I didn't know either.
Good show.
I didn't know either. Yeah. Any tips for getting white off of you?
Listen to less country.
What, like Eminem?
Yeah, throw on some of that. Get a bunch of like tiger print blankets and stuff for your bed. Maybe put a rug or two up on the walls. But honestly, I think white chicks do that now.
White chicks?
Well, they do that now, so I don't know if that'll help you get it off.
I thought you were talking about the movie.
I might also give you some tips on how to, if you decide to commit to
I could just embrace it.
Yeah, reverse it. I mean, we have a whole puddle right there on the ground. That's probably enough.
How do you feel?
I feel very white.
It seems like you're about to live through white chicks, or maybe just turn into a vampire. I mean, that's pretty pale. Did Sam have any vampire blood? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think, look. We're like the same skin tone right now.
Oh, wow, yeah. Look at how close those are.
So if you're lonely, you know I'm here waiting for you. I'm just a crosshair. I'm just a shot away from you.
Now you don't have to worry about reaching for your wallet if a cop asks for it. It's the hand reaching for it.
Shit, they won't even pull me over at this point.
Yeah, you're good. All they're gonna see through the window is your hand on the wheel.
I'm gonna lock in some deals now.
Yeah, that's the right hand to shake hands with, you know.
And my dominant hand.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Congrats. You're left-handed?
No, I lied. Yeah.
I mean, what are talk shows for if not to lie to our audience, though? Like,
What? What?
what else is a talk show for if not
We're
to...
lying? I was telling the truth. Okay, so what's up next?
What's up next? Well, we've got Gork, the Royal Guard, here to show people some really efficient sword tips, especially when you're fighting against people who might not also be Royal Guards, because, you know, dealing with irregular situations in combat, that's what you're training for. Everyone knows how to win a normal sword fight or a duel at 10 paces.
Yeah, I learned that when I was 5 years old.
Yeah, but it's when the desperado draws down on your back that you've got to be ready for.
Hello everyone, my name is Gort. I've been a member of the King's Royal Guard for 15 years. I've encountered many combat scenarios which are unorthodox. The first combat scenario you encounter quite often as a member of a guard, particularly in a city or a town. The king has ordered a village to be razed, pillaged and raped, destroyed to the ground. Now let's say I am going to that village. This peasant is defending himself against me, but he doesn't have a weapon. So I'm going to bring my blade down in a downward strike, the most basic strike, the first one you learn. But see the problem here? I'm going to dig into his forearms, into his skull. I don't want that. It might dent my blade, it might damage it. And these are very expensive. Our Lord puts a lot of money into them. So instead, what I will do is I will switch my strike and cut into his torso, into the soft flesh, so it will look like this. That increases the longevity of my blade, kills the peasant, and I'm not breaking through any bones that might hurt my blade. The second scenario I'm going to go over is in the same situation. Now let's say my peasant here, they're fleeing, they're trying to run away from me. People's first reaction is to try to thrust an opponent when they turn their back, but that's not going to work when he's running away from me. For a thrust to be good, you need to plant your feet. For him to be running away, I can't plant my feet. So what I'm going to do instead is a downward slash. I'm going to keep my blade here for our king. I'm going to run forward at this peasant who is trying to escape me. I'm going to keep my eyes on him, and I don't need to worry about anything. Once I'm close enough, all I need to do is bring my blade down hard as I can. If I'm close enough and my eyes are on him, I won't miss, and neither will you. This next scenario, this is the last scenario. It's the most important scenario because it's defensive, and defense is key. Safety is key. Your honor is key. Now let's just say this peasant here has insulted my honor. I'm not going to stand for that, not for 1 second. So, first things first, I will draw my sword. I will cut his stupid ass down. He's dead. But I'm encountering a bit of a problem because he's unarmed, and I just kind of murdered him for my honor, which is important. But the royal court may not see it that way. So what I'm going to do is take my secondary weapon. This is very important. Keep it on you at all times. I'm going to give it to him. I'm going to put it in his hand. I'm going to go to the king. I'm going to say, Sire, this man, he took the blade out of my belt. He tried to attack me with it. I had to cut him down. And you see, you have to maintain that level of terror and panic in your eyes. That way your king believes that you did not just murder an unarmed man, and you can protect your honor, which is what you've already gone to great lengths to do. So, very important. Stay safe. Maintain defense at all times.
Welcome back from the break. Sure, some interesting tricks we learned from the Royal Guard Court.
Yeah. I wasn't paying that much attention, but it kind of seemed like most of his moves, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seemed like they just had to do with killing civilians.
Yeah, pretty much like completely unarmed peasants with no training, it seemed like.
Did he give any moves, like if you actually had to fight someone that can fight back?
No, I think it's mainly just how to stop yourself from like chipping your blade on the skull of an innocent villager, which...
I guess that's a skill to have.
I mean, yeah.
If you're killing innocent villagers.
I'm sure swords are pretty expensive, so you don't want to go through a bunch of them, especially with how many innocent villagers he seems to be killing. I'm sure if he didn't have his technique down, he would probably be replacing his sword weekly.
He kind of just sent us that video pretty
Yeah.
haphazardly. I wonder if the king is going to look into his incidents after seeing that video and saying, "Hey, Gort, how many times did you do the thing you did in this video?"
Yeah, I mean, it's out there. We're gonna post this. Hopefully, it's just like HuffPost or someone will see it and open a line of inquiry. Well, next up, I believe we have another interview to do. Right? Can you remind me who the guest was?
I was actually thinking I'd interview you, Dash.
What?
Yeah. Thinking I want to.
I'm right here. What are you doing?
Cut. Rolling.
Yep.
What's your name?
What? Dash. We do a show together.
Your name isn't Dash. You have a full name. What is it?
Dashel Leonid Byrne. We do a show together. We signed the contract together.
Dashel
What did
Leonid
you do
Byrne.
the fucking set?
Tell me about your show, Dash.
What?
What do you talk about on your show?
We talked about fucking the Eagles not winning the Super Bowl and one of our interns turning white and fucking ways to kill medieval. Dude, my manager is gonna kill me. I have a meeting with Paramount later.
So, tell me, Dash, what inspired you to make this show? What inspired you to make this show?
Money. I need money. I need money. I need money. It's Austin. They overcharge for weed everywhere here.
It's true, they do overcharge for weed here. It's fucking horrible.
It's
I'm gonna have to
ridiculous.
sell some of your kidneys after
And
this.
you'd think it'd be a little easier to get acid in the hippie capital of the world, but no. 2 months a year when everyone's selling acid and then it all dries the fuck.
Alright, that's enough. What's your major?
My major?
Your major, Dash. You better think real fucking hard, man. What is your major?
I'm majoring in the anthropological study of dirt in Egypt throughout the late 18th and 19th centuries as pertains to the Cairo of
Dash.
writing and rhetoric.
And how do you like that? How do you like it?
I mean, it's not the most fun thing in the world, but it's a subject that really interests me and I like learning about it, but it can be a lot of work sometimes and very conceptual.
So you would say, even though there's difficulties, it's a kind of difficulty that you find engaging and entertaining?
I guess so. It's a subject I like a lot.
It's very interesting. Thank you for telling me. So when did you start knowing that you were into writing as a creative passion, Dash?
Why are you doing this?
When did you know that you were into writing? It's a simple fucking question. My patience is low.
At the end of high school, I didn't have a lot of friends, and I joined an online roleplay chat room, and I found that, I initially joined mainly to just study the weirdos who were hanging out in there, I realized that they were actually doing collaborative writing, and it seemed really interesting.
Was that so hard?
We're good. Dash, we're good. What do you mean we're good? We're good. What did you do to the set? What?
We're done. That's the interview. That's all I wanted.
I want my agent. I want my agent.
Hey, interview's done. We're good. All right, we better set back up so we can film this next segment.
Who gave you media
You
training?
can cut the camera.
Who gave you media training?
I mean, you know how it can be with journalism. Sometimes you really gotta get your subject for that interview, especially when they've been avoiding you.
Dude, I had a meeting about a movie deal that I just missed because of that.
You can reschedule that, no?
No.
Yeah.
I am not the one with the power. Whatever. You think?
I had media training. I rolled with the Contras for about 4 years.
So your media training is interrogation techniques you learn from lightning war criminals?
Not just interrogation, like 4-man raids, bagging tags, just simply taking someone out. Yeah, and sometimes you do interrogation, but that's because you need information to do the other things. So that's where the interrogation comes into play.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not too up to date on what they were all up to because at the time I was really busy in Iran handling some transfers of funds and equipment and stuff.
Yeah. Old Reagan.
Yeah, he was
a person's goal.
Also, Reagan's the one who introduced crack to the United States, right?
Yeah, where would
Dude,
we
that was
be
pretty.
without
That was
that?
pretty sick.
Where would we be?
Like, I know I dabble.
Yeah, this show would never have come to be if Reagan had not introduced crack into
No.
communities.
What's our next segment?
I think it is our trivia show in which we bring on celebrities who are waiting in our cells out back for their turns to see if they make it through truth or
Summary execution.
that's right.
That's our show.
Better get those questions right.
Let me go get Oprah.
Sounds pretty.
She's up first. We have Oprah. Oprah's gone.
Oprah escaped.
Oprah's
Oh,
chewing
God.
through her foot. I think she chewed through her foot.
Oh, that's so
her
much
foot.
blood.
Her foot
That's
is in the
so
cell.
We have
There's like
Oprah.
five. There's like 5 dead interns. The one that were guarding her, they're all dead.
Those are volunteers. Those are volunteers.
Oh.
We don't need to pay the life insurance. Don't even need to alert the families. Technically, we're all good.
We had Oprah.
Yeah,
We
she was
had
she was in the back. We had her.
We also have
She is
some
sick.
volunteer staffers, and now we have neither. Fortunately, it seems like she abandoned Elon in there. He's still locked in his cell, starving to death. So I guess he'll be our yeah. Elon Musk is our first guest on today's segment of Truth or Summary Execution.
Could one of the volunteers please bring out Mr. Musk?
They're all,
I guess.
they're all dead.
Yeah, I guess they can.